This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Ray Collins. A big change in the weather on the way. Weekend plans are sort of in jeopardy in some areas. Let's get right to the details now from Josh Stone in this week for John Scalzi. Hey, Josh.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I guess the pressure's on, huh?
Yes.
Well, you know, we are going to see the changes come our way, and this is actually going to be embraced by a lot of people, especially our lawns, our plants, our flowers. We really desperately need the rain. We're down like over 3.5 inches of rainfall since January 1st, so any little rain we can get, we definitely will embrace that. Let's check out the forecast right now. It's 61 degrees currently in Sarasota, but the dew point is 60, and there's already reports of patchy fog around the area. In fact, if you're going south towards Fort Myers, looks like there's dense fog down there. I don't think there's a dense fog advisory. I'll check that right now by the National Weather Service, but looks like there are going to be some issues on the roadways with some dense fog. You could run into that. So just look out for that. I'll talk more about the forecast, the upcoming weekend with the rain in it, in just a few minutes from now. Back to you.
All right, taking a look at your Suncoast traffic this morning. A little bit of red and yellow as far as congestion goes on State Road 70, a little bit on 301, but I-75 looking clear as you head into Sarasota County. We do have a live look from University Parkway towards Lakewood Ranch. Obviously, lots of traffic throughout the day in this area, but we wanted to let you know that tonight from 10 to 6 p.m., the overpass underneath the bridge there will be closed at University Parkway in the east and west directions. So you can expect some traffic delays late tonight and early tomorrow morning. So make sure to change your routes if you need to and plan accordingly. Taking a look back at the maps in South County. Pretty quiet, a little bit of traffic towards downtown Venice and South Venice. Other than that, not a whole lot going on this Thursday morning. Topping our news at this hour, we're learning more about the incident involving a man allegedly trying to lure a child by offering him candy.
It happened on Tuesday on 11th Street in Bradenton, 11th Street West, that is. Police say a man in a Ford station wagon offered candy to a 10-year-old boy and then drove away as the boy's grandfather approached. We spoke to that grandfather. He saw the whole thing, he says. Listen.
My grandson is actually looking back at me and him at the same time, like you can see it on his face, like he know that this person is not right. At that point, when me and this guy make eye contact, he drops the candy on the ground and proceeds to leave.
He describes the man as a white male between 60 and 70 years of age. He drove a car just like that one on your screen, a Ford Taurus wagon. If you can help, call the Manatee County Crime Stoppers at 866-634-TIPS. Two Sarasota men behind bars today after charges of attempted murder after deputies say they hit a man with a truck. These two, Robert DeCola and Charles Blair, being held without bond this morning. The victim told deputies he was sitting on his bike in a church parking lot at 2 a.m. on Beneva near Bay Vista when it happened. The suspects, he says, got out of the truck and then began to hit him with a stick. He says the three all knew each other. The victim has a broken nose, a broken arm, and several lacerations as well. An update now in the case of a Punta Gorda police officer facing charges in the death of a woman during a Citizens Police Academy last August. Officer Lee Coel is pleading not guilty in the fatal shooting of Mary Knowlton. The 73-year-old was shot while Coel was demonstrating a shoot, don't shoot scenario. He says he thought there were blanks in his gun and was not aware there was a live round. Well, there was. He now faces charges for manslaughter and is on administrative leave. The police chief, Tom Lewis, is also on leave and faces a charge of culpable negligence in Knowlton's death.
In Holmes Beach, residents will have a chance to speak with officers tonight during a community forum. The Holmes Beach Police Department is hosting a Meet the Police event. The police chief will speak about community partnerships as well as code enforcement, public works, and protecting the sea turtles. Officers will also talk about current crime data and provide tips on neighborhood safety. That meeting starts at 6 o'clock tonight at Holmes Beach City Hall on Marina Drive. New this morning in Sarasota, hundreds of police officers are missing a good chunk of change out of their paychecks. According to the Herald Tribune, discrepancies in recent pay raises under new contracts has led to more than 140 officers being underpaid last month. About 20 others were overpaid. The difference in pay for those underpaid could be anywhere between $5,000 to $16,000. For those overpaid, it could be up to $9,000. City officials say they're now working on how to handle those overpayments. A bill that would require most law enforcement officers in Florida to use body cameras is being debated in Tallahassee. The measure would make it mandatory for all officers who regularly make traffic stops to wear those cameras. Supporters of the legislation say body cameras can help clear up uncertain questions about confrontations between police and members of the public.
Everybody do not trust police officers no more, and we have to stop that. So this is why this bill is so important, just for us to get back the trust between police officers and communities.
The sponsors of the bill say they have not yet talked with the Florida Police Chiefs Association or the Florida Sheriff's Association on that measure. If passed, all law enforcement agencies would need to comply with the bill starting at the beginning of January.
The dean of a Manatee County middle school is being demoted after investigators say she sought revenge against a student that she says broke her 8-year-old son's arm. Nolan Middle School Dean Wendy Pendleton-Wicks told investigators another student offered to retaliate against the boy responsible for her son's injury. He reportedly texted her, quote, "Don't worry, I'll pick him up and drop him." She replied, "Please do." Pendleton-Wicks and the student both told investigators she changed her mind afterwards. One parent who asked to remain anonymous said she was shocked.
You send your kids to a school, you feel that teachers and staff and administrators are there to protect and oversee, and to hear something of that nature take place is extremely disappointing.
Pendleton-Wicks is now working as a substitute teacher in the school. She could return to the classroom as a full-time teacher this summer. The Manatee County School District is looking for public input on plans to expand and build new schools. The district will hold a town hall session at Buffalo Creek Middle School tonight. If you want to go and talk to district officials about your thoughts about the naming of the school, it goes tonight in Parrish from 6 until 8:30 at Buffalo Creek Middle School. Actually from 6 to 7:30, and I still suggest Good Morning Suncoast High is catchy. We'll choose the colors, blue and white perhaps.
There you go.
So this is serious stuff. You've been warning us all week about a change in the weather, and now we're getting close to the weekend, and things are going to happen.
Almost here.
Let's see if I can wave my weather wand and make it happen. But yeah, we really need some rain here. Down 3.5 inches of rainfall since January 1st. So it looks like we are going to get our taste of some wet weather over the weekend, which is a good thing. But then a chill down comes our way as we get into early next week. So ready for winter again?
No, no.
Of course, the 1 week I have off. It's going to be cold.
Yeah.
Go figure. Well, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
The reason we walk down to the beach and get these blisters and get this pain is to try to come close to understand what our veterans are dealing with daily.
A college fraternity enjoying spring break, but it's how they got to the beach that's getting attention. We'll show you what inspired their 130-mile journey coming up after the break.
Now's the perfect time to create a custom system with California Closets. During our Door and Drawer event, save up to $500 on beautiful doors and drawers for any room. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that. And with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
The official salon of ABC7. Cutting Loose Salon.
In town? On the town, The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Maine. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
If you want to rediscover the smooth, radiant skin of your past, consider a facelift, eyelid lift, or laser resurfacing from Faces by Feza. Restore your natural, youthful appearance and the confidence that goes with it when you trust your face to the expert hands of Dr. John Feza. Using a delicate touch, he gives you natural-looking contours, a clean jawline, and long-lasting results. Call today to schedule a private consultation, because when you look good, you feel good. Faces by Feza at Center for Sight.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
Okay, happy Thursday morning to you. We have one more day until we get to Friday, so get excited about that. Temperatures right now in the mid to upper 50s and low 60s. These temperatures are close to the dew point right now, which means there's some areas of patchy fog. If you are going north on I-75, I just checked this, it's about a quarter-mile visibility north of the Tampa Bay area. So that's definitely limiting the visibility, especially on the coast. Around Nature Coast, same situation. Down south towards Fort Myers, I did see a report of some dense fog there. Looks like that has now improved. But this fog, depending on where it is, should burn off and mix out by 9 a.m. this morning. As far as our radar, everything looking very quiet on the west side of Florida. The east coast, well, there's some shower activity moving off into the open waters of the Atlantic. So once again, patchy fog for us on this Thursday morning. Weekend showers come into the area. We're down 3.5 inches of rain, to be exact, 3.62 inches of rainfall since January 1st. That's how much rain we need just to make up to get back to where we should be for this time of the year. But looks like over the weekend, some shower activity does come in. It's going to be widespread, but it's not going to be a washout by any means. Maybe about 1/4 of an inch of rainfall. Some areas a little bit more than that by the time this is done on Monday morning, but any rain we can get we'll definitely take from Mother Nature. And then after that, a reinforcing shot of cool air comes in by early next week, and highs may not get out of the 60s. Now, it won't last that long because we are in the month of March, and our temperatures rebound pretty quickly at this time of the year, but still, it's going to feel a little bit like winter, especially when lows may drop into the 40s. On the big picture here, some snow showers tracking through the upper plains and into the northeast. Also, it's very chilly in the north. Only 5 in Minot, North Dakota, 25 Minneapolis, and these cooler temperatures are shifting eastward. And Boston over the weekend may not get out of the 20s, so it's going to be quite chilly for them. Not for us. I mean, temperatures are going to be in the mid-70s over the weekend for us. Next week, though, we'll get a little taste of that cooler air coming our way, but won't be like 5 degrees up in Minot, North Dakota, thank goodness. High tide for today at 11:52 a.m., low tide at 4:47. The high tide once again will be at 10:12 for this evening. Sunset tonight at 6:36. If you are taking your boat out, looking like another nice day to do that, just like yesterday. Remember, for several days, all the way going back to last weekend, those winds were really breezy, but that's not going to be the case today. 5 to 10 knots, and that's about it. Seas just offshore 1 to 2 feet with a light chop in the bay. Beach looks very good. Partly cloudy skies, high 76. Today's high inland will be 78. Some areas could get into the low 80s. And here you go. Remember to spring your clocks forward on Saturday night into Sunday morning. We lose an hour, but the weekend will be quite well, rainy with the system coming in here. I think more rain will come in on Sunday, wrapping up on Monday morning. But as you can see, that shot of cold air comes our way by Tuesday, and then highs on Wednesday may not get out of the 60s. So it'll be a little bit chilly, but I think we can handle it, especially with looking at those temperatures up in North Dakota at 5 degrees, right?
It's all relative. We'll get through it somehow. Thank you, Josh. Let's check the roads right now. You'll see an issue there on State Road 70. Eastbound, an accident at 45th Street to be aware of. We also have a picture to show you of the situation right now at University and I-75, always a busy spot. And right now you'll see once the traffic, the morning commute begins, all those barrels will be slowing things down. And also tonight at 10 p.m., workers are going to be doing the road under the overpass from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So if you're in Lakewood Ranch or going to Lakewood Ranch late tonight, be aware that might be reduced or even shut down between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. while they work on the road under the overpass. It sounds confusing. Let's go back to the maps right now, and you'll see the Bee Ridge Road, a little bit of a slowdown there where there's a construction project at Shade, and then farther down into South County. So far, so good. Little slowdown there at the 41 bypass, but not too bad. 6:16 right now on your Thursday morning.
Well, several invasive species are taking over Florida waters, and it could slowly disappear under new legislation being proposed in Tallahassee.
Lawmakers are being asked to approve $600,000 over the next 2 years to fund a new pilot program to hunt non-native lizards, lionfish, and a number of different snakes, including Burmese pythons. How's that sound to you?
No, thank you.
The proposal would involve contracting with hunting and fishing teams to capture the animals.
I truly believe that this program is to basically shine a light and to basically put a dent into what we have today, which is a proliferation of invasive species that are multiplying faster than we can react to.
So far, the legislation has passed one of 3 committees in both the House as well as in the Senate. Well, as spring break gets underway, some students from Alabama are making news for how they're getting to the beach.
That's right. The guys from Troy University's Alpha Tau Omega fraternity walked 130 miles to Panama City Beach. They're doing it to raise money for a Florida charity that helps wounded warriors. They say it's a way to understand what our veterans went through.
Just to be able to sacrifice your time and your body for this cause, I think it's kind of a common theme now of our generation to riot and protest, and if you don't like something, you complain about it, and we don't have an appreciation for our elders.
Well, this year the group raised $43,000 for Jeep Sullivan Wounded Warrior Outdoor Adventures. Way to go, guys.
Well, college students are also heading to the Suncoast as well for spring break.
It's happening. We checked out the situation at Lido Beach yesterday. Lots of places, lots of folks are busy out there soaking up the sun. We talked to Heather Brinkley from Yorktown, Virginia. She said a friend recently moved here and invited her down. She was glad to come.
She just moved here in August, so we kind of planned it from then that we were going to come down here on spring break, hit the beaches, you know, kind of do the spring break thing.
So spring break for the Sarasota County School District will be next week, March 13 to 17. Then Manatee's break will be the week after, March 20th to March 24th.
Well, people in Venice will be able to get a history lesson starting today. Replicas of Christopher Columbus's ships, the Pinta and the Nina, will be docking at Fisherman's Wharf Marina this afternoon. They'll be available to tour starting tomorrow. Now, tickets will be $8 for adults, $7 for seniors, and $6 for students. The ships will be open every single day from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and they'll be in Venice until Tuesday.
Those are replicas, obviously, and it's amazing how small they really are.
Exactly. And from what I read earlier, they are the most easily replicated, best replicated versions of them.
Yeah, is that right? It's amazing how small they are. Wow. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
These are our heroes. They have sacrificed so much to serve our country. And now Granny Nannies is truly honored to serve them. We're here and we're ready to help. Call us today.
You can do something about a crime, any crime, and you can receive a reward of up to $3,000 cash. Call Crime Stoppers with information about criminal activity, unsolved crimes, drug dealers, fugitive criminals, stolen property, illegal weapons. Call 366-TIPS. You will remain anonymous. Visit SarasotaCrimeStoppers.com. Download the Crime Stoppers P3 mobile app from the Apple iTunes Store or Google Play. Call Crime Stoppers 366-TIPS. Paid for by the Attorney General's Office Crime Stoppers Trust Fund.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
We just redid our kitchen, and I want to make sure everything stays looking new.
We have an entire cleaning department filled with great products for Veronica to use for every surface in her home.
Ace is the place that goes beyond scratching the surface on cleaning, so you won't scratch your surfaces while cleaning.
And you wipe it off.
Right now, buy 2 get 1 free on all gallons of interior and exterior paint. March 8th to 20th only. 6 convenient Sarasota locations and now open in Bradenton, Northport, and soon Osprey.
There's a whole new way to bank at Achieva Credit Union with Achieva Checking Plus. Get new, unique features like full ID theft protection and online shopping rewards. Plus, it's an interest-bearing account, so you have a little extra for what really matters. Achieva Checking Plus isn't just an account for your money, it's for your life, including cell phone insurance. And that's good to know. Discover the plus at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Sarasota Spring Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The 4th annual Sarasota Spring Fine Art Festival. Saturday and Sunday, March 11th and 12th on Gulfstream Avenue in downtown Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Sarasota Spring Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
At Granny Nannies, we provide your loved ones with the care they deserve, compassionate and experienced help right where you need it most, at home. Visit us at GrannyNannies.com.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Don't let that peaceful pastel sunrise confuse you. There's going to be a change in the weather on the way. We've been hearing about it all week, and Josh is sticking to his story that Sunday does not look great. We'll check his forecast in a few minutes. It's all relative. It's still nice weather compared to up north.
Right. Anything's better than up there. We cannot complain about our lovely weather down here on the Suncoast.
6:23 right now.
Well, the family of one of the girls found dead in Indiana will speak out today. Meanwhile, the father of another young abduction and murder is now drawing some links between his daughter's case and the one in Indiana.
Lindsay Davis has the story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, it's been 24 days since the bodies of 13-year-old Abigail Williams and 14-year-old Liberty German were found along this wooded trail in Delphi, Indiana, the killer still at large. But this morning, a father just one state away is hoping the Delphi murder case could possibly lead to a break in his own daughter's and niece's abduction and murder. On July 13, 2012, 8-year-old Elizabeth Collins and her 10-year-old cousin Lyra Cook went for an afternoon bike ride and never returned. Elizabeth's father points out the eerie similarities with Liberty and Abigail's murders. Both sets of girls taken in a secluded area, their bodies found in wooden terrain, and both crimes committed on the 13th of the month. Authorities hunting Liberty and Abigail's killers tell ABC News they've compared notes with investigators in Iowa. And we'll have more on those similarities coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Lindsay Davis, ABC News, New York.
See me.
See me.
Don't stare at me.
See me.
See me.
See me to know that psoriasis is just something that I have.
I'm not contagious.
See me to know that I won't stop until I find what works.
Discover Cosentyx, a different kind of medicine for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, proven to help the majority of people find clear or almost clear skin. 8 out of 10 people saw 75% skin clearance at 3 months, while the majority saw 90% clearance. Do not use if you are allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, you should be tested for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you have received a vaccine or plan to. If you have inflammatory bowel disease, tell your doctor if symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions may occur.
See me.
See me. See me on my way.
Find clear skin and a clearer path forward. For a different kind of medicine, ask your dermatologist about Cosentyx.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Whether a family member needs a little extra help around the house, assistance recovering from a hospital stay, or someone to check in on them throughout the week, Right at Home's in-home care is the answer. Your loved one deserves the right care, and now we need caregivers to help give the right care for the right reasons, the right way. At Right at Home, we're one of the only private home health agencies in this area with the opportunity to earn paid time off. If you're someone who loves helping people, take a look at our website and click on Jobs to join our team today.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, a long night for lawmakers. Committees working overtime over plans to repeal and replace Obamacare.
Plus, calling all veterans, nominations are being accepted for the Florida Veterans Hall of Fame. We'll show you how you can get involved.
And TSA getting up close and personal. We'll have details of new security procedures.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Pretty shot there. The sunrise in progress as we pan across the downtown area over the Rosemary District. Thursday morning, 6:30. Glad you're with us. I'm Ray Collins.
And I am Jacqueline Matter. Thank you for joining us this Thursday morning. Beautiful moon out when we came into work. Probably not so much now anymore, but you may be able to look at it throughout tomorrow evening and this weekend. Let's check in with meteorologist Josh Stone in for John Scalzi.
Yeah, that's a question there. Interesting. Maybe tomorrow night, but on Saturday night, Sunday, that may be a little difficult. Sunday, we actually are supposed to have a full moon, but I think we're going to have cloudy skies, and maybe even some rain. We'll talk about that later. But let's check out the current temperature right now. It's 61 degrees in Sarasota, 60 is the dew point, and with light winds, there's some areas of patchy fog, so look out for that. In fact, the National Weather Service has issued a dense fog advisory for the Nature Coast. Now, that's well out of our viewing area, but if you're taking I-75 going northbound, you may run into some denser fog up there, about a quarter mile or less of visibility. Nothing on the radar. Could be an isolated shower that develops later on this afternoon, but highs today topping out in the upper 70s. Back to you.
All right, taking a look at your Suncoast traffic on this Thursday morning. Looks like there is already an accident in Manatee County at 45th Street and State Road 70. Keep an eye out for that. Probably going to cause some congestion in that area if you're traveling through there. Also, State Road, actually 301, having some traffic congestion as well, but I-75 looking clear as we head into Sarasota County. Not a whole lot going on through that area, but we do have a live look from Lakewood Ranch. Now, University Parkway will have some closures tonight underneath the overpass from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Lots of traffic throughout this area any time of the day, really. That east and west direction will be closed, so you can expect some traffic delays late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Make sure to plan accordingly so you can get to work on time, get to class on time, so on and so forth. Taking a look back at the maps in South County, looks like a little bit of congestion towards Venice, and there is some sort of blockage down there as well. See if the map will pull that up. Perhaps. There it is. There is an obstruction on the road at Auburn Woods Circle in the westbound lane of Venice Avenue, so keep an eye out for that. Other than that, no other accidents in that region.
Well, they're working overtime right now on Capitol Hill about plans to repeal and replace Obamacare.
That's right. Lawmakers have been working through the night on the health reform measure. You're taking a live look of the House Energy and Commerce meeting still underway. That seems to not be working for us this morning, but ABC's Lana Zach is in Washington with the latest on those meetings.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill have been working overnight on health care as Democrats and even some Republicans tear into the Obamacare replacement bill.
What this bill needs is some extreme vetting.
Pizza deliveries kept members fueled up for the continuous hours of debate that lasted through the wee hours, as Democrats tried various stalling tactics, at one point debating an amendment to change the name of the bill to the Republican Pay More for Less Act.
Premium is going to go up for everyone a lot more.
Republican supporters are trying to push the bill forward quickly.
We are on a mission to repeal and replace Obamacare. It's a rescue mission to save families and patients all across this country.
Elsewhere, the nation's leading healthcare groups, including the AARP, are denouncing the Republican plan. In a letter to Congress, the American Medical Association cited the expected decline in health insurance coverage and the potential harm it would cause to vulnerable patient populations. One early review projects up to 10 million Americans could lose their insurance. But President Trump has promised insurance for everybody.
He has committed that no one will lose their insurance.
That promise is creating problems among Tea Party Republicans who have opposed the replacement plan, calling it Obamacare 2.0. The president inviting those groups to the White House to try and persuade them.
The bill as it stands now has serious problems, but I'm encouraged that the president indicated they're working to make it better.
And all this Democratic political theater may serve another purpose, to stall the bill long enough to allow the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office to score the bill, providing a more accurate estimate of how much it may cost and how many people could be affected. Lana Zach, ABC News, Washington.
Well, rest assured, an investigation is now underway into the WikiLeaks publication of thousands of documents from the CIA. A federal criminal probe is being launched into how WikiLeaks obtained documents allegedly outlining the CIA's hacking operations. WikiLeaks claims the documents show how expansive the agency's hacking abilities are, and that the agency routinely spies on people through their smartphones and televisions. In a statement Wednesday, a spokesman defended their need to use cutting-edge methods in order to protect the country.
President Trump's revised travel ban now facing a lawsuit. Hawaii is the first state to sue in an effort to stop the ban from going into effect. The lawsuit claims that the order will harm Hawaii's Muslim population, tourism, and foreign students. The new travel ban bars new visas from people from Syria, Somalia, Sudan, Yemen, and Libya. It also temporarily shuts down the refugee program that is supposed to go into effect starting March 16th. Meanwhile, a new study shows immigrants will account for job growth over the next 20 years. A report from the Pew Research Center finds that the U.S. working population will grow from 173 million in 2015 to 183 million in 2035, mostly due to new immigrants coming. If new immigrants did not come into America, the number of working-age Americans would drop to 166 million by 2035 due to the number of those retiring. Pew's projections are based on current rates of immigration, and they also combine legal immigrants with those who enter the United States illegally.
Back on Capitol Hill, a new military spending plan could be a nice boost for Florida's economy. The House has passed a $500 billion defense spending bill. It will allow for 74 new F-35 fighter planes to be built. Many of the parts for the planes are built here in Florida, which is good news for job growth.
Production rates increase. We will be hiring new people and buying new equipment to be able to support the production rates.
Well, the bill still needs to be sent to the Senate for approval before anything else happens. Florida Veterans Hall of Fame is now accepting nominations for this year's class of inductees. Nominations are being accepted until the end of May. Anybody is permitted to nominate a military veteran. Anybody can. It focuses on post-military contributions, including public service, business contributions, and civic duties. Up to 20 individuals may be selected for induction into the Veterans Hall each year.
Well, as efforts continue to battle a growing wildfire in Collier County, more Suncoast emergency personnel are joining that fight. A portion of I-75, or Alligator Alley as it's known in that area, has reopened after being closed due to low visibility and flare-ups. About 7,500 acres have already burned, and that fire is now at 40% contained, but several homes in barns have already been destroyed. Firefighters from the cities of Northport and Venice are being sent in to help.
Last night we were protecting a 4-story condo and apartment building. So we have crews that are outside by the roads to make sure that it doesn't impinge on those houses. And then we also have some interior crews that are going in and trying to stop the fire before it ever makes it that far.
The biggest worry for us is, you fight fire pretty much the same everywhere. It's the topography changes. So the fuel sources down there are a little bit different, and then just knowing the lay of the land.
Additional crews are on standby if conditions worsen and the fire spreads. New this morning, an AT&T outage overnight stopped some people from being able to access 911. The problem affected people right here in Florida, Texas, Tennessee, and a few other states. During the outage, law enforcement agencies provided alternate numbers for people to call if they did have an emergency. The company says that the service has now been restored, but there is no information on why that problem occurred or how many people were affected.
The Transportation Security Administration, or TSA, is actually warning local police about its new airport pat-down procedure. At issue, the more invasive pat-down could cause some passengers to report what happened to authorities. It isn't exactly clear where and how TSA screeners will frisk passengers under the new pat-down procedure, but the TSA's own website notes that officers can use the back of their hand to pat down what is called sensitive areas of the body.
We do go through all the, the metal detectors and the screen tests to see if, we have anything on us to take in, but the back of the hand can basically do the same thing. I mean, open palm might be a little evasive towards people that might not feel comfortable, being touched on.
Whatever keeps me safe is fine with me, okay? I just think it's just something in this day and age we might have to get used to.
Similar pat-downs with the front of the hand may also be done, and what the TSA calls in some limited cases. The new procedure replaces 5 different kinds of pat-downs that were previously used. In consumer news, Radio Shack says it'll be closing 200 stores. The company is filing for bankruptcy for the second time in just over 2 years. Radio Shack's president says several reasons, including a partnership with wireless carrier Sprint with lower profits than expected, prompting the latest bankruptcy filing. With 1,300 stores still remaining, the company says it's evaluating their options on what to do with them next.
And take a look at this. A business owner in New York City is now out of $21,000 after a really weird and bizarre chain of events. The man had just left a bank and was walking down the street holding a bag filled with $48,000 in cash. And out of nowhere, as you see on your screen, a man in a mask came up behind him and took that bag. As he ran off with the cash, he tripped. That money then spilled all over the street. The victim got into a scuffle afterwards with the thief when a third man showed up, and then he took the bag. He got away with $21,000. Now, bystanders did help the victim retrieve the rest of his cash from the street. Gosh, that's unfortunate. Oh my gosh.
Where do you start with that?
I don't even
know. It almost
know.
looks like a bad movie. The guy's
That's
walking
crazy.
I'm so confused.
A bag of money, and somebody else tackles him. The third guy starts taking the money.
Right.
It's like a cartoon in a way.
Very true.
No sound effects, though.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. We're going to feel hear the sound effects of Mother Nature this weekend.
Really?
Pit-pat, pit-pat, pit-pat from some wet weather coming our way, which is actually a good thing because we really need some rainfall for the Suncoast. But then next week, a little taste of winter returns back to our area.
Uh-oh.
Not a fan.
Well, we can wear some winter clothes, you know, display
Pull those out
that.
of the storage shed if you need them.
Exactly.
Stay with us.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like full ID theft protection, and that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct prices.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Fort Florida Home.
By Florida workers.
Because we know Florida weather.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get the 3rd free, plus our lifetime warranty. New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
It's the season of savings right now during the spring clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or stop by today and drive away in a 2017 Jeep Cherokee for just $18,999. And for a limited time, get America's best value, a new Dodge Journey for as little as $16,599. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Sarasota Spring Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The 4th annual Sarasota Spring Fine Art Festival. Saturday and Sunday, March 11th and 12th on Gulfstream Avenue in downtown Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Sarasota Spring Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like cell phone protection for 3 phones, plus an interest-bearing account. And that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
All right, it is Thursday morning. One more day until Friday. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone in for John Scalzi once again today. It's 61 here in Sarasota, 59 in Miyaka City, 57 in Arcadia. So upper 50s, low 60s. These temperatures have cooled down to the dew point. So anywhere near marshes or lakes, there could be some patchy fog. So look out for that on your morning commute this morning. Our radar remains quiet. That's going to be the case for most of the day. There could be a possibility of an isolated shower that develops inland with the heating of the day and the sea breeze that gets going later on this afternoon. But again, that will be inland, it'll be isolated, and most likely short-lived. Some snow showers taking place in the upper plains, also here in the northeast around Vermont. I happened to go to prep school in Wolfboro, New Hampshire, and they always talked about Killington, Vermont being a great ski destination, and there's some snow showers happening over there, and also in Ray Collins' hometown of Buffalo, some lake effect snow taking place in Watertown. Not a heavy snow situation, but still snow taking place up in the Northeast. Boy, it is 5 degrees in Minot, North Dakota at this time. 5 degrees, that's it. 25 Minneapolis, 29 in Chicago. These cold temperatures are actually moving eastward. We have something called a zone of flow. The upper level winds move directly from the west towards the east. So basically all these cold temperatures, or this pool of cooler air, is moving eastward with the upper level winds. So by the weekend, like places like Boston may not even get out of the 20s for their highs. I did check out the airport delays, and no delays going on here in Atlanta, Chicago, New York, or Charlotte, so that's good news. All right, the forecast today calls for mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Maybe an isolated shower could develop this afternoon like I talked about, and then we'll see pretty quiet conditions for our Friday as well. 78 degrees for the high today, so above our average of 75, so looking pretty good once again. And light winds, remember, for several days we had very breezy conditions, but that's not going to be the case today and even tomorrow. All right, let's talk about the changes for the upcoming weekend, and a system comes in here to bring us some widespread rainfall. How much? Maybe about 1/4 of an inch by the time this wraps up on Monday. It's not a whole lot, not going to be a washout by any means, but still, we are down over 3.5 inches of rain, and we really need the rainfall, and it looks like it's going to come our way. As far as what happens after that, a reinforcing shot of cool air comes behind another system that tracks into the Suncoast, and highs may not get out of the 60s on Wednesday, and lows in some areas could actually dip down into the 40s. But we are in March, so we will rebound pretty quickly, but it will bring a little taste of winter in the air by early to mid next week. Right?
I guess we don't have to wash the cars of the pollen right now because the rain's on the way.
Mine sure needs a car wash, that's for sure.
Yeah, and let's check the roads right now. State Road 70, a little problem right there. You want to avoid that if you can at 45th Street in the eastbound lane especially. Also, here's a live picture of an always busy area, University and I-75. You'll see that right now traffic is flowing. Later on tonight, under the overpass that leads into Lakewood Ranch and out of Lakewood Ranch, they're going to be working on the roads there and shutting things down from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So in case you're out later, be forewarned. University under the overpass will be shut down tonight between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. Let's go back to the maps right now and show you Sarasota County. Nothing too serious to report. A little slowdowns there on Bee Ridge Road. Of course, there's road construction projects going on there. And in South County, we'll slow down on 41 northbound. Also an issue still at Venice Avenue westbound lanes, an obstruction on the road at Auburn Wood Circle. Otherwise, nothing major to report at 6:48 on this Thursday morning. Entertainment news now. Singer Ed Sheeran is about to hit the road.
That's right. The Grammy winner has announced a major North American tour. He'll hit 46 cities between late June and early October. He'll sweep through the Florida area in August with a performance in Tampa on August 29th, Miami August 30th, and Orlando August 31st.
The Tribeca Film Fest, giving the cast of The Godfather an offer they can't refuse. The festival will end with a cast reunion and back-to-back screenings of Godfather Part 1 and Part 2. It's to honor the 45th anniversary of the film. Wow, that long now. A conversation with Al Pacino, Diane Keaton, Robert Duvall, and Robert De Niro, among others, will follow. The event will be held April 29th at Radio City Music Hall in New York City.
And a reunion of Harry Potter film veterans took place yesterday at the Warner Brothers studio tour to prepare for the opening of a new Forbidden Forest wing. Jason Isaacs, who played Lucas Malfoy, Evanna Lynch, known as Luna Lovegood, and Aragog, the machine, which played a very convincing giant spider, posed for the exhibit. Lynch says she's not surprised that Harry Potter is still a prime attraction. That exhibit will open on March 31st in London. And if you don't know, the actor who plays Ron Weasley, Rupert Grint from Harry Potter, have you ever seen that movie?
The first one only.
Okay, well, him and Ed Sheeran look so much alike that they've kind of just accepted that they get interchanged with each other all the
Is
time.
that right?
People get so confused with the two of them. I read an
Wow.
article recently about it.
And the original Harry Potter artist from the books that drew him lives in Sarasota.
I did not know that.
Yes, very-
Interesting. I love Harry Potter. Big Harry Potter fan right here.
10 to 7, local news headlines and the forecast after this. Stay with us.
Now's a perfect time to create a custom system with California Closets. During our Door and Drawer event, save up to $500 on beautiful doors and drawers for any room. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Being the caregiver for my husband is truly a blessing, but sometimes it's easy to lose a part of myself. To be my best, for him and for me, it's important to have time to be able to recharge. When I called Tidewell Hospice, they gave me the chance to do just that. They helped me find the time to care for myself, all the while with the peace of mind of knowing my husband is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Our goal is to do things better than anybody in the country. What makes Sarasota Memorial Hospital's program so special is that it's taking care of the patient in every aspect of cardiovascular disease. And in this community, the patients are very active. The idea is not just to get them over that operation, but to get them back to doing the things that they enjoy doing.
Car experts and customers agree. There's a whole lot to love about a new Subaru. Subaru was named the 2016 Best Overall Brand, Most Trusted, and Best Performance Brand by Kelley Blue Book. And ALG named Subaru its top mainstream brand for residual value for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Outback for just $229 a month or get 0% financing during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to californiaclosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
Welcome back, 6:53. Let's get a check of our local headlines.
The search continues for a man who allegedly offered candy to a 10-year-old boy in Bradenton. The grandfather says the man sped off as fast as the grandfather approached. The Punta Gorda officer who fatally shot a woman during a citizens training course last August is pleading not guilty. The officer says he didn't realize he had live ammunition in his weapon. And a sure sign of spring around the corner, spring breakers descending now on the Suncoast. By the way, locally, Sarasota County schools are off next week and Manatee County schools are off the week after.
Taking a look at your traffic this morning, there is an accident at 45th Street and State Road 70 in Manatee County. A lot of traffic as well on 301 and both directions on State Road 70. Also coming into downtown Bradenton over the bridges, but I-75 looking clear as you head into Sarasota County. A little bit of congestion off of Fruitville and Bee Ridge Road. We do towards have a live look from University Parkway. There will be a closure there tonight from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. for some construction work to be going on. Both the east and west directions of that road will be closed, so keep an eye out and plan accordingly for that. Taking a look back at the map, there is an obstruction in the roadway towards Auburn Woods Circle and Venice Avenue westbound. Other than that, pretty clear commute.
All right, the spring breakers are loving the next couple of days. Upper 70s and mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies, at least at the beach. Inland, there could be an isolated shower or two, but that's about it. But more showers come our way over the weekend, and then a cool down comes into the area by early next week.
Marley's my hero. You know, it's as simple as that. Marley's my hero. You know, I knew when I got the dog, we were meant to be.
Well, this New Jersey man is crediting his dog Marley for saving him from a fire. Listen to this. John Zamerla says his home was engulfed in flames this week, but he was fast asleep and had no idea. He says his hearing aids were out, and that's when his dog Marley came to the rescue. Marley hopped on his bed to alert him of the fire, and then they both escaped through a window. He says his rescued Marley from a shelter, and now the 5-year-old lab mix has repaid him.
I would say they're even now.
Definitely.
Wow. I love to hear stories like that.
I do too. Love dogs. They're so alert and attentive to those kind of things.
Same name as your dog, too.
Same name as my dog, and that dog looked like my dog, too.
Enjoy your Thursday, folks. A quick shot there of the 10th Street boat ramp.